Hello student. So let us start our tutorial. In previous tutorial, we have seen the addressing mode and we have also gone through one example in which we have seen that how various addressing mode will be useful and how effective address will be calculated and which operand or which value will be loaded into accumulator. And after that we have discussed that how we can write individual addressing mode, means which are the symbol using which we can write various addressing mode. So let us continue our discussion. So in this tutorial we are going to discuss types of instructions. Now most of computers instruction will be categorized into three categories: uh, data transfer instruction, next instruction, data manipulation, and next instruction last, program control instruction. Okay, so let me tell you. Let us start our discussion with the data transfer instruction. So the instruction which will help us to transfer the data among the circuit or the various component of CPU, like memory to register, register to memory, stack, then memory to memory. So those instructions are categorized into the data transfer instruction. So let me write down, let me list some data transfer instruction. For example, load, then store, then move, then exchange, then in, out, push, and pop. Okay, so load is used to retrieve the data from memory to register. Means generally load is used to retrieve data from memory to register or accumulator. Then store is generally used to store data from accumulator, or it is used to transfer data from accumulator to memory. Move is used to move the value from source to register to memory, then memory to register, or register to register. Exchange is used to swap the value, to swap the two values. Okay, so it can be between two register or register and a memory. Likewise, if we discuss about in, then in and out both will be used with the CPU to perform input operation and output operation, means transferring data, sending data and receiving data from input means out from output device and input device. And then push and pop, these two operations are used in stack based organization. Whenever we want to add any data to stack, then push operation will be used, and if we want to remove any data from stack, then pop operation will be done. Now let us try to focus on arithmetic operation. So arithmetic operation can be categorized into three category. First is sorry, data manipulation instructions are categorized into three category. First is arithmetic instruction. Second one is logical and bit manipulation instruction. Third one is shift instructions. Okay, so arithmetic instruction will be used to perform operation which are related to the arithmetic. Okay, so some of the arithmetic instructions are as follow. For example, incrementing the value of register, then we can say addition, then we can say subtraction, then we can say decrement, then we can say multiplication, division, then addition with carry, subtraction with borrow is there, then negate means two's complement. Okay, so these are the various arithmetic operation which are supported by the you can say CPU. Now if we discuss about some specific instruction, then these arithmetic instruction are completely dependent on the architecture of arithmetic logic shift unit. Okay, so these arithmetic instruction are dependent on arithmetic circuit. So for example, let me tell you that there will be different instruction for different types of data. For example, if you want to perform the addition of binary integer, okay, then it will be a double di add integer, binary integer. Okay, then if you want to perform the addition of floating point number, okay, then add f. And if you want to perform the addition of two decimal number, means binary coded decimal number, then you can use add d. Okay, so these are the various operations which are supported by the or these are the instruction which are specific to the data type. Now most of computer provide the special instruction to facilitate double precision arithmetic. Okay, so the instruction add with carry perform the addition of two operand plus the value of carry from the previous computation. Similarly, the subtract with borrow, it will instruction subtract two word and a borrow which may have resulted from the previous subtract operation. So similarly, the negate instruction forms two's complement of a number effectively. So this is all these instructions are part of arithmetic instruction. And uh, to perform some additional operation or uh, next level of operation, multiplication and division operation are also supported by them. Okay, so these were all the you can say arithmetic operation. Now let us write down some logical operation. So let me start. First one is CLR, next one is first one is clear, next is complement, then and, next is or, next is XOR, then clear carry, set carry, then complement carry, then enable interrupt and disable interrupt. Now if you can see in logical and bit manipulation instructions, there will be operation which are related to a specific bit, or we want to apply logical micro operation or logical instruction to entire variable. For example, AND. If we discuss about AND, okay, then AND is used by AND is used in various operations, like if you want to perform the masking, then AND operation can be useful. Then if you want to set a particular bit, then we can use AND. Okay, for it, because let's say a and 0 will result into 0, while a and 1 result into 1. So if you want to set any bit to 0, then we can use AND. And if you want to set any bit to 1, at that time we can go with the OR. Okay, so for example, a or 1, then we will get 1. Okay, and a or 0, we will get a. So if you want to set a particular bit, then we can go with the OR. And then XOR can be used to perform the complement operation. Okay, for example, a XOR 0, then we will get a, and a XOR 1, we will get a complement. So similarly, if we want to perform various this kind of operation, then we can go with the logical uh, and bit manipulation instruction. Next, it is shift. So let me write down some operation of shift, so you can have idea. So if we start with the first instruction, then it is shift right, means it is logical shift. Then it will be shift left, logical shift left. Then SHRA means arithmetic shift right. Then SHLA arithmetic shift left. Then ROR means circular shift right. ROL circular shift left. And RORC RORL. Okay, so here, sorry, here it is ROLC. So this is logical shift, this is arithmetic shift, this is circular shift right and circular shift left, and this is rotate through carry, means instead of only considering accumulator, uh, accumulator will be combined with the extended bit of accumulator, and then shift operation will be performed. So that is how it will be implemented. So so in this instruction it is rotate right through carry, and this instruction it is rotate left through carry. So these are the various instructions which are categorized into data transfer instruction and data manipulation instruction. Okay, so if we try to focus on program control instruction, okay, then in program control instruction we can have first instruction is branch. Okay, first instruction is branch. Next instruction is jump. Next instruction is skip. Next instruction is call. Next instruction is return. Next is compare, and last TST. Here, branch and jump instruction will be used whenever we want to transfer the flow of execution or control of execution from one place to another place. So normally in this instruction, the value of program counter will be updated. A new value will be loaded. So in instruction, whatever address is specified, that address will be loaded into the program counter. There are two type of branch and jump, conditional and unconditional. In conditional branch or conditional jump, what will happen if condition is true, then branch will take place, means control will be transferred from one place to another place, program counter will be updated. If condition is false, then it will not take any means there will be no control transfer from one place to another place, so no value of program counter will be updated. Here in unconditional branch, without checking any condition, directly a new value or the desired value address will be updated into the program counter. Skip instruction is basically implemented using conditional. So if condition is true, then it will increment the program counter. Okay, means it will skip the next instruction, and if condition is not true, then it will continue with the normal execution. Call and return will be used whenever there will be use of, or there will be need of subroutine. So to call the subroutine, a call function will be used, and once the subroutine is over, then for returning from subroutine to a calling function, return will be used. Then compare and test. So these two instructions are used to compare the value. So in in compare, it will perform the subtraction of two number, and based on the result, certain flags of the CPUs will be set. Okay, it will not retain the result into accumulator, while in case of test, certain logical operation will be performed. For example, in test instruction, logical end of the two operand will be performed, and based on the result, certain status bit will be set. So in compare and in test instruction, there will be only execution, and those instruction will set the certain flag. Okay, the result will not retain into the accumulator. So this is how these instructions will be helpful. So if we summarize this tutorial, okay, then we are having three instruction: data transfer, data manipulation, program control. Data transfer will help us to transfer the data from register to memory, memory to memory, register, memory to register, or register to register, or in stack, or input output device to CPU. And then data manipulation instructions, so it will be categorized into three category: arithmetic, logical, and shift. Then in arithmetic, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, complement, increment, decrement, so those instruction will be there. And addition to that, architecture specific, integer, float, and BCD number. Then in logical, we will have clear, complement, and or XOR, then clear carry, set carry, complement carry, then interrupt enable, and disable interrupt. So those operations which are dealing with the bit, or if you want to perform any logical operation, then this instruction will be used. Then we have discussed shift operations. So these operations we have already discussed into the first unit in register transfer language, while we have created a shift unit. So in that we have discussed all this operation. So this is logical shift, then this is logical shift right left, this is arithmetic shift right and left, this is rotate right and left, and this is rotate through carry right and left. And at last we are having program control instruction, which will help CPU to manage the execution of program. So there will be branch, jump. In branch and jump, there will be conditional and unconditional. So if condition is true, then jump or branch will take place, and if condition is not true, then normal execution will be there. While in unconditional branch, without checking any condition, direct execution will be there. In skip instruction, based on certain condition, next instruction will be skipped by incrementing the value of program counter. So there are various instruction in skip where we will use different type of flags. Then call and return. So call is used to call the subroutine, while return is used to return from the subroutine. And then compare and test. So compare instruction will perform the subtraction of two number, and then based on certain condition, certain flags of the CPU will be set, while result won't be retained. Similarly in test, AND operation of two number will be performed, and then based on the result, certain flag will be set, similar to compare. In test, no result will be retained into the accumulator. So these were the types of instruction. In next tutorial, we will continue our discussion with program control instruction, where we will try to focus on skip instruction and various flags. So what is the importance of those flags? So this is that's it. More we will discuss in next tutorial. Thank you.